Hi everyone. Today we're going to review citizenship. We started this concept and theme last week, and today I hope that you will have your packets. I think you probably received your packets for this week. Last week you had your social studies weekly to do. This week you have this packet. There are 3 pages to complete with your mom and dad. 1, this is 2, and here's page 3. We'll take a look at this. So I'm just going to give a quick review. Last year, or last week I should say, not last year, although it almost feels like a year ago, we were talking about citizenship. And what does that really mean? It means that you belong to a school community and you belong to a community at home. And in that community, there are rules. Rules tell us what we should do and what we should not do. In fact, they're very important because they keep us safe. We talked about following rules, or another word we used last week, we used the word laws. Following laws, following rules, they keep us safe. But we also talked about what makes you a good citizen. Yeah, following these rules, absolutely. Treating other people the way you want to be treated. We had a little girl here and she was raising her hand, and I think everyone knew what rule she was following, because in our classroom we don't just call out, we raise our hand. This way everybody gets a turn. That makes it fair. We talked about changing the jobs for the week, so everyone gets a turn to be line leader and day counter and plant monitor and mail monitor and lunch monitor and weather person, right? Those jobs are important, and everyone tends to like line leader the very best, and it wouldn't be fair if I just gave it to one of you. So we also take turns. Then we had pictures in our scholastic with children who were just not getting along. Right? They were having a problem, an argument. So we said it was important to use our words, to keep our voices soft. We should not be screaming and never hitting or pulling hair. That wouldn't be a way to solve a problem. That would make a problem worse. We also talked about if there was one toy on the playground or one swing, not fair to have one person use it. That swing is there for everyone. So again, we would have to take turns. Excellent. Now, let's take a look at the packet that you received. I'm not going to do the whole packet with you, but we will take a look at it. Alrighty, I just wanted to review these concepts with you. We're looking at the first page, and it says, a good blank uses a quiet voice when talking about a problem. A good dog uses a quiet voice. Well, dogs really, they may communicate, but they don't speak. Or does a good citizen use a quiet voice? A good citizen does indeed, yes, absolutely. When you're using quiet voices, others listen to you. When you're screaming, they do not listen. Now, we would take the word citizen and we will put it here, or you can circle it at home. Number 2 says, circle the picture that matches the sentence above. Okay, I'm sorry, it says fill in the circle next to the best answer. Circle the picture that matches the sentence above. Which picture shows a citizen using a quiet voice? I see 2 on a bench. They're leaning in toward each other, and they look like they're really listening. And here I see 2 girls, and they look like, uh-oh, there's that word arguing again. They don't seem to be agreeing. And one is pointing, and she appears to be yelling. I'm going to go with picture number 1. Yes, yes. 2 people sitting quietly on a bench, using their soft voices, talking to each other, telling each other how they feel. That's sure to help a problem. Screaming and yelling, pointing your finger at someone, That's not going to help very much, no. You can be a good citizen by being responsible or breaking the rules. Being responsible. You don't want to break the rules. Remember, rules keep us safe. Voting is a fair way to decide. Is that fair when we vote in the classroom? We vote a lot in our classroom. And I ask everyone what they think, and everyone tells me what they want or what they think. And whichever answer gets the most votes, we do. Is that fair? I think it's fair. We always vote when we do our calendar and we decide which decoration to put on it. We vote almost every day in our classroom. It's a very big responsibility. Okay, write your answer on the line. If you and a friend are not getting along, you should talk about it. Should you talk about it? Or should you stop being friends? Talking about it resolves problems. Stop being friends would be silly. You might lose a very good friend, a friend that you might have many wonderful good memories with. Now we'll go to this one last. It says, look at the picture. Circle responsible or not responsible. Well, here's a picture of a little girl pulling another girl's hair. Oh my, would you say that's responsible or not responsible? Everybody, not responsible, definitely not. And I'm happy to say I've never seen anything like that in our classroom. That would be not responsible. What about this? I see two girls together. One is in a wheelchair, just like you. This child is helping the child in the wheelchair. Is that being responsible? Is that being helpful? I'm going to agree. That is responsible. Now, there are two sentences for you to fill in, and you can read this. While you, blank, be responsible. You can be responsible or you make be responsible. Which one sounds right to you? You make be responsible? That doesn't sound right to me. You can be responsible? I think that one's correct. Very good. Voting is a fair way to, well, it can't be can, make decisions, and we agreed on that. A good citizen is responsible or disrespectful. Yeah, being disrespectful is not a good way to behave. That means you're not treating someone very nicely, certainly not the way you would want to be treated. But being responsible means you're doing the right things. You know what's right and you're doing it. So that's your packet for the most part. I don't think it's going to be very hard for you. Again, this is a review in citizenship. There's one last page and there are boxes here. And you can draw pictures to answer these or to complete these statements. I am a good citizen at school because I, tell me one thing you do or draw that picture that you do that says you're following the rules or that you care for other people and you're treating them with kindness and respect the way you want to be treated. Here's another box. I am a good citizen on the playground because I... Maybe you can think about how you behave in gym. Are you always the person climbing up the wedge? Are you always the person going through the tunnel? Think about that. No, you do share toys and you take turns. Here's the third box. I am a good citizen at home because I... What do you do to help your mom and dad at home? Remember, I said there are rules at school and there are rules at home. And everyone may have different rules at home, and that's okay because we all live with our own families. And families, boys and girls, I just want to remind you, are not all the same. They're all different. And it doesn't matter with whom you live. What matters is that you live with people who really love you. And I'm happy to know that all of you live with moms and dads and grandmas who really, really love you. How could they not? You're so wonderful. Now, I'm a good citizen home. Maybe you put away your toys. Maybe you help to set the table. Last box. I am a good citizen in my community because do you do anything for your community? We talked about cleaning up parks the other day, and Earth Day is coming. But I always say every day is Earth Day. Should we litter or throw trash on the ground? Should we recycle? Do you have a big bin or pail? It's usually orange where you can put maybe plastic bottles or tin cans and then put them out front for recycling day. That's important because we don't want to waste. No, we don't. So we can send all those bottles and cans back to a factory where they can be cleaned, melted down, and made into new things. That's important for our planet Earth. So boys and girls, just keep in mind that you are citizens of a school and a community, right? And both places and your homes too, we always have rules to follow. Following the rules keeps us safe, and following the rules makes you a good citizen. Remember, always treat someone the way you would like to be treated. Look for kind words. Do kind deeds. That means do nice things. Do nice things. And sometimes we're not always happy with what we have to do. But the next time that happens, instead of getting upset, use soft words and talk about it. And sometimes just part of growing up, even if you talk about it, you still have to do them. Because part of being a big boy or girl or a grown-up is sometimes doing things we don't really want to do. But we do them because they're the right things to do, and it will help us, all right? So boys and girls, continue to be good citizens. I know you are, and I do miss you. And how about we just end by saying the Pledge of Allegiance? We live in this wonderful country, the United States of America. And we're very proud to be citizens of this wonderful country. Let's say our pledge together before we say goodbye. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Well done. I'm proud of you. All right, I wish you all a very, very happy weekend. We had a very busy week of learning, and I'm really proud of you because you're being responsible. I hear from all of your moms and dads that you are working on your packets and doing all your work. I could not be prouder. I truly mean that. I love you, my friends. I miss you. Goodbye, Ajay. Goodbye, Olivia. Goodbye, Samantha. Goodbye, Shane. Goodbye, Kalel. Goodbye, mommies and daddies. Good night, Moon. Mwah. Goodbye. Goodbye. Have a great weekend. You earned it.